Thank you for joining me. This is Lady Myya. Okay, there's a whole lot of different things going on. I'm having such a good time just speaking and sharing with people and different things like that. I'm a part of several different groups, and I love a lot of the things that has been going on lately. Everybody's just encouraging each other, being there for one another. And it's just been such an amazing thing to have that camaraderie going on. And I just love it. So, listen, okay, I appreciate y'all just sticking by me at all times because, like, a sister girl just be having her moments. And I'll be trying not to, I promise you. But I'm doing so much in the background, just trying to get and hit the ground running so that I can be more supportive for you and the things that you do. So, what I love to do is I love to interview entrepreneurs. I love to interview those that are actually helping others. This is something that is so near and dear to my heart because, like, we're all working, we're all being diligent in an everyday situation, just trying to make the best of it. What I will say is this: we work hard, you guys. Okay, like, you don't see the tears, the crying, the aches, the pains, everything that we kind of go through on a regular basis. Yes, that was my phone. Of course, I meant to turn it off. I am so sorry, you guys. I I get so many phone calls and different things. Just trying to help people in their endeavors and make sure that I can be a part of something. And I think it's really important. It's really, really very important that we support one another because we can't do anything without your support. Me especially. Okay, me especially, because I feel like I try to support as many people as I can without wearing myself too thin, but I don't think that is even possible because the connections I make, the people that I meet, the visions that people have, you just want to be a part of it all because you see how passionate they are, how caring, they are, how the individuals are actually going and taking care of business at all times, and you want to be a part of that. So, I appreciate everyone. Okay. I appreciate everybody that is giving me the chance and the opportunity to just be in their homes, to be in their phones, to be on their devices, just to watch, and hopefully get some type of empowerment, some type of comfortability, something, take something away from this time because, life is way too short to not do anything, to be fearful of everything, to be fearful of anything. You know, um, a lot of the times I do see some people, I was just chatting with someone and they were saying that they would be petrified to be on TV. And I asked the question why. I asked the question why because I look at it this way: anytime you can make a person smile, anytime you can encourage that person to be their best, it's not even about you. And I know it's not about me, but I feel like this is the broadest way that I can encourage so many. It is amazing. And I count it all honor and a privilege to just be in the lives and take the time to be with the people that are really doing something and highlighting people that do that thing, that just gets others to feel good about themselves, or even just, pulling forward, going ahead, making the road broader for others to follow suit. You know how important that is because that takes a lot to do, one. And at the same time, you are going to be that person that others look to and say, I want to do that. I see how this person did it. I want to do that too. There's so many people that inspire me, and they may not even be necessarily in my niche. My niche is, dealing and talking and networking with entrepreneurs, and having them to connect with other entrepreneurs is just a great feeling, especially when you have those type of conversations. I have my girlfriend conversations or my guy friend conversations. I look at it like this: when I have a conversation with you, right? Look me in my eye, the good one. So I'm just messing. I'm just messing. But when you get a chance to talk to me, I'm like this 247. Not unless I'm asleep. Okay, I'm happy. I'm rearing and ready to encourage and inspire so many. I look at people as my beloved, my family, my friends, people that come to me and they tell me about their situation, or they tell me about their business or their passion. I'm like, hey, let me be your cheerleader. I'll be in the background. Hey, anytime you need me, here's my number, call me. Now, granted, might take me a day. It might take me a day, of if not the following couple days, to get back to you, just depending on how much I have on my agenda at that moment. But I love getting back to people. I love it. It's funny and it's interesting. You get so bogged down by life, and yet we put so much of ourselves on the back burner. Even when we're in business, oh yeah, there's a whole lot of us that put ourselves on the back burner. But yet and still, when we have people like me, people like my friends, my circle, that encourage us to keep going and keep going in the best way possible, putting our best foot forward on every situation and everything that we touch. Put our best foot forward. Go ahead and do that thing. Listen, I'm not the best of all persons when it comes to business, as far as maybe the whole financial sector. I'm learning. I'm learning how to, get a whole lot of things together and whatnot. Right now, I'm reading this excellent book. It's called, I do believe, don't quote me. I want to grab the book, but I can't find it right now. But the 15 Laws of Attracting Growth. And what I read, which is chapter 7, on how to make systems work, on how to make things work to make you work better and not harder. And I'm taken back by that message, or just by that chapter alone, because there's so many different things that I'll put on my schedule, because I'm like, oh well, I think I have this time. Let me do that, and I'll stop everything and I'll drop everything, especially if I know my friends need me. I drop everything. Unfortunately, yeah, a sister girl be running around sometimes, but I tell you what, I'm gonna make it my goal to establish a system, establish something that you guys can be proud of and you guys can still have access to. And the people that I'll be able to come in contact with, that they will also be a blessing, not only to me, but to you. This is what I work for. I work diligent because I know so many people that are so talented and have so many visions just to help other people. A very, very wonderful friend of mine named Betty. She's a writer, a stage play writer, and she writes these awesome, awesome skits and different things like that in Philadelphia. And she is a powerhouse not to be reckoned with, you guys. Yes, she might be in the background, but her message, so powerful. So very powerful. And she's just everything that embodies power. and she doesn't realize it all the time. And, sometimes, when you tell her, but when she talks about her passion, though, you see it right away. You see it right away when you see her play. Oh, goodness. You see that right away. I know you would love that as I do. I'm telling you, we are all those type people that can do anything. The only people that are saying that you can't are those that don't want to move on their own. Sometimes, you have those naysayers, and I say this all the time, you guys. You have those naysayers, those people that decide, well, you can't leave me. It's an insecurity of theirs, and it's not yours, but they put it on you. And because you're so close to them, you take it on as your own. And why? Because they need you to borrow money from them. They need you to be where they are. They need you not to be better than them. They're the only ones looking at it that way. That's called insecurities. When you have something like that, you want to pick up and go. When you have that type of just energy and motivation and just power, there's nothing that would stop you from being the best you that you can be other than you. You're the only one. I say this so often, very often, especially on the radio show. You're better than you give yourself credit. I hope you, I really hope you heard that. I really, really hope that you can see who you are on the inside. Yes, albeit not everybody can have their own business. Not everybody can be the boss. Not everybody, we all need workers. We all need workers, and workers are great. But I believe do everything in excellence if you're going to be a worker. Don't settle. Don't be that person that goes into work and gives the very bare minimum just to go home to the very, very, very bare minimum. I know I struck a nerve right then because there's so many times that we all just take so willing to take the very bare minimum. It's just more so like, okay, we go into the thrift store. Now, look, I love the thrift store. Let's not go there. Okay, I do love going to the thrift store or the secondhand store or what have you. But it should be by choice, not because you have to. If you worked hard enough and found ways to do things better and be better and have an excellent and positive action and reaction to life in general, more things can actually come to you better. Okay. I pray a lot of the times that everybody, not to say not to struggle, because sometimes our struggle could be our lesson. That should be something that we learn. We should learn that if we're having a hard time with our spouse, maybe it might be because we're not really appreciating our spouse. We don't take that into consideration. So we might be having a hard time because you're not even giving your spouse the very best. Are we looking at each other now? Listen, life isn't easy. It's hard, and that's just life. But when you want better and you want more, I tell you, more is out there. You just got to want it bad enough. And when you want it bad enough, you think you won't reach it? Oh, you'll reach it. It might be a little more bumps in the road than it would normally be, but yet still doable. Still doable. And I love every minute and every part of just being in front of you to encourage you to be all you can be. Like they say, be all you can be in the army, but this this is another army. This is an army for yourself. Fight for yourself. Believe in yourself. Let's reset. If you were to take yourself, let's just take yourself as a puzzle, something that we're building. We're trying to make sturdier. We might have to add a couple of things, cut off a couple of things. If we take those things into consideration and just do it, what are you going to find? Would you find that there's some weak spots, there's some rust, some dirt, some dust? It's going to be, things chewed off, other things just kind of just mildly replaced, knowing that it's going to fall again. There's so many different things that you can look at and see in yourself that you can really take the time to really look at, assess the situation. And that was a big part of that chapter as well. The assessment. He did an assessment of his whole year and wanted to see how he should make this better by either one, delegating, or two, taking on something or taking back a task to delegate it to someone else that might be better suited for it. There is so many times that we don't necessarily take that type of inventory, you know? And sometimes it's hard. It's really hard to like look at yourself and write things down or try to siphon it. And you know what? If you go in your car and you just start screaming to yourself, oh, you did this, you did that, and all you wanted to do was have a real conversation with yourself. Know that you are the best that you can be if I do this. And stand true to it. Remind yourself on a daily basis, I can do this. All I have to do is, I have so many mantras all around my house. And I'll just read you the ones that are in my office, just alone, okay? So, I am smart. I am blessed. I am rich. I am successful. I have everything that I need, and what I want has manifested itself into my reality. This is life. If you don't say it to yourself, get yourself to really believe in it. How can you really work on something when you don't believe it? If you said all that to yourself over and over and over and over again, don't you think after a while you're going to start to believe it? And so many doors will be open to you because of what you say you are. You have to say that I am that thing that I really want to be. Okay, my favorite thing and my most impressive thing, and this is yet to make it onto my vision board. I'm looking at my vision board now. Yet to make it on my vision board, but I have jotted down in my book that I believe makes things come true. Okay, let me see if I can get it for you, because you guys, I am not a total girly girl, but this book it drew me to, I needed this. And when I put things in this book, I don't I don't just write anything. I have books all over my house, like all books all over my house. And I write and I jot and I get ideas and I look for people to help me implement those ideas. But in there, I have that I am an international talk show host. International talk show host. I am an international talk show host. I'll keep saying it to myself until it comes true. But when it comes true, then what? I want to help everybody. I want to highlight so many people. I want people to tell their story of why they do what they do. Do you understand the motivation that you can give someone, just anyone, just to hear the right story that actually caters to what is actually happening in their life? Maybe even the thought process that went through it. Maybe even the fact that they always wanted to do it, but just never really thought it could be done. You can be that power source for someone, anyone. But I want you to understand this is a great thing. Don't take anything away from who you are. You are great. You are powerful. You are everything that you believe yourself to be. Not the negative, but the positive. Listen. Yes, I'm one of those people. I love to talk. I love to network. I love to learn more about people. I love it all. Like, I just want the opportunity. And it's just an amazing thing how so many people are doing so many great things for people. They're not judgy. They're not trying to judge or do anything out, out of their character. They're just doing because they can. They're just doing because they should. They're doing because their heart tells them to. You are stronger than you give yourself credit. Okay, I'm going to stop on that one. I love this, and I love this opportunity I get to be with you and get to know you, and I hope you really get to know me. Listen, if you want to ever be on any of my shows, go ahead and hit me up at ladymyya.com. That's LADYMYYA.com. Okay, or hit me up on Facebook. Facebook's easy. Most people just go to Lady Myya. There's a there's a few of them up there. So I would love the opportunity to talk to you one-on-one. I love one-on-ones. One-on-ones is the best because then, they know you have their utmost attention and they have yours. This is a great feeling. It really is. It's something that you could like never forget and you don't want to, you know? Those times you just want to be reminded. I love the fact that when I do interview people, we have such a good time. Like, we've been friends forever. And they love just being with Lady Myya and having a good time talking about their passion and their love and why they do what they do. And I only hope that you can admire what it is that they did and what they're doing and why. I love people. I don't really like to say that I'm a people person, but I love people. I do. That I do. And people are just excellent. They really are. And I'm so sorry I couldn't get all this up on Facebook but for whatever reason they were like, no, you can't do that or this. And I was just like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with it. So I'm still learning. There's a lot to learn. It's not too much time to learn it in. I just want you guys to be happy. I just want everybody to be happy. When we're happy, As a community, do you not know how strong we are? Isn't that something though? That is something when we're stronger as a community. It doesn't matter the color, the race, the age, sex, whatever. As long as we're supporting one another, do you know how many people are ready and willing to support you? Because you support so many others, because of the stories that they'll tell, and how many other people will subscribe to you because of you. How amazing. How amazing. I mean, it's simply amazing. I'm telling you. Um, I'm just gonna tell you this. And I'm just one of those people that I love people. I do. I'm not saying that I'm a people person, and some people, oh yeah, I'm such a people person. And I feel like that is so, it's gotten played out that people can say that, but are they? Like I hear some people and they say it and they're just, oh yes, I'm such a people person. And I've been in retail forever. But I've always been kind of either one let go, or two not so much. I didn't care for it, only because of this. When people put stipulations on you into how you can get to know the actual customer and how the customer can benefit from what you're offering, I think you fail to realize then that the customer is always right on whether they need it or not. Just saying, that's my 2 cents, y'all. 2 cents, that's all you gonna get. But I am extremely excited and just elated on everything because I believe in you. I believe in those that you're reaching and motivating, and I hope I get the chance and an opportunity to actually put this on some groups and show them you can do it. You can do anything. Okay, so I'm not going to take up too much more time. And I know, some people are probably not really paying too much attention, but then again, I could have a few people's attention. I love you. I love you to life, to the positive, to be as positive as you can be. We grew up this way. This is the way we were supposed to be until someone else told us different. You're so ready to take on the world when you were younger, and yet now life has beat you down and beat you up. And you've decided that you didn't want to do it anymore. You just wanted to keep your head down and just follow the rules and do whatever everyone else said. I mean, it can work for some people. That depends on who that person is that tells you what to do. Is it someone that is successful? Is it someone that has your best interest at heart? Take an inventory of the people that you are accustomed or just even in relation to, or know, or friends, followers, anybody. If you notice that, I'm telling you, this is a good thing. It's a very, very good thing, because so many of you are so much stronger than they even know. And most of them know, and now they're in denial because it's you, and they've known you since you were, you know, before you were anything, or before you started showing your power. They knew you when you started messing up and making mistakes. And they'll never let you live that down because now in their minds, they're greater than you because you made that mistake. But you were human. He said, he without sin cast the first stone. If you've made no mistakes, you got everything to say. But if you have, I can't. Do you know the most powerful people have made mistakes? Most powerful, influential people have made mistakes. Still make mistakes. You're a human being. You're allowed to be a human being. You can mess up, mess up, mess up, mess up all you want. Just don't hurt nobody. You don't hurt anybody? It's okay. It is fine. You didn't hurt yourself. You didn't hurt those around you. You're just doing what you can, the best way you can with the options that you have. People judge. Oh my goodness. I don't understand this. Okay, so if you have anything to say about this, please enlighten me. When people judge or judge you, do they judge on the basis of what? Their life? The life of, Jesus Christ? Mind you, Jesus Christ was freaking perfect, okay? Really? How can you say that we are supposed to be a certain way when we're imperfect? He died on the cross for us because we were imperfect. We're still imperfect. This is why we go to the hospital, the church, because we're imperfect. We still pray to him because we're imperfect. I mean, whether you believe in God or if you believe in Jesus Christ or if you don't believe and you just believe in the universe, do you know that we are so imperfect on how we are, where we are, what we are, all that good stuff? Like we are. We're so imperfect in so many different ways. I am so sorry. I told you that thing will go off. If you don't put the right thing off, it'll just go off. But we are imperfect. There's nothing that we could ever do that is actually going to be perfect. First off, I'm the type of person, I love perfection. And even I got to the point of it won't be perfect, but it's close enough. When I learned that, close enough, it doesn't have to be perfect, close enough. It could be messed up. Somebody else could walk up and be like, ooh, that's kind of lopsided. And I'd be like, but it's perfect enough. You have to give people the space to understand why. But sometimes we don't want to do that. And that's okay because we're perfect enough. So I want you to believe in yourself. See yourself for who you really are. Grow, learn, experience, get to know others, help others, be the force. Be the force for so many other people. Sometimes we just need some light. Just be the lighthouse. So we can go through the oceans and trek arms and all types of riptides and different things like that. But when we see someone that is carrying the light, we know exactly where to go. If we go towards the light, everything is going to be all right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to me, Lady Myya. Yes, you guys, I have so many different things and planned for us. And I'm in hopes that everything works out. And you guys, please go to ladymyya.com, okay? LADYMYYA myya-ian-tribe.com, you will see that there are so many different things that we have available for you. I would love to get some comments on what you saw today or any of the other videos that I do. But I love you so much. Love you to pieces, to life. Please be good to yourselves and be good to others. Love you lots, you guys. That's Myya, because your homegirl is special. I will talk to you guys later.